Gamarova. What? Kartulietsit? You don't speak Georgian? Let's try this a different way, shall we? The moral of this story, stay away from cha-cha. I mean, unless you want to magically speak Russian, which is ironic because in the Republic of Georgia, their language is Georgian. I wish I never in my life heard the words, "And now we drink cha-cha." Ciao. Aloha my kako, buen dia, servus, salut, salamu alaikum, namaste, and how ya day ya nasties. Once upon a time before I was a chef, I tried this dish, except I don't really remember the remainder of the evening or my time in this country. I had flown to the Republic of Georgia after I have hopped and hopped and hopped from city to country to country around the world. And at 6:30 in the morning, I meet up with the agent named Gocha, who says, "It is Georgian custom that you must drink red wine when you see the whites of a man's eyes for the first time." Apparently, my bloodshot tired eyes did not count for being red, so we had to drink wine. 5 bottles of wine between 3 people later. Gocha tells his driver we're gonna go to blah 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 someplace to drink more. We pull up to this little inn on the side of the road, which is basically this little stone dining room with a wooden table and a beautiful fireplace. This stout woman walks in. Gamarjova. She turns, she looks at Gocha, they have a conversation, and she walks out. She comes back in, a bottle of vodka, tray full of khachapuri. She slings the khachapuri onto the table and then she slams the bottle down. Gamut! And she walks back out. So shot after shot, God knows how many shots of vodka. Now mind you, I am supposed to be making rational decisions for my company. You just act like drinking as a new thing for ya. I am engaging in business meeting talk. Meanwhile, you go lining and the first thing you ask is where the punching day. I don't know how, but this lady comes back in, they converse again, and she gets excited. Bring me fire water. She comes back with a bottle of cha-cha. Gagi Majos leaves. I don't remember the rest of my trip. Next thing I know, I wake up, we are landing in Bucharest, Romania. I wasn't kidnapped, and then I was completely embarrassed because I was hung over like I have never in my life been hung over. You're not fooling no one. And my CFO turns and looks at me and says, "I didn't know you spoke Russian." I didn't either. The last time I studied Russian was in 7th grade. Lord knows how long ago that was. In the Republic of Georgia, their language is Georgian, not Russian, but I managed to talk to everyone in Russian. I even went and ordered ice cream for us. I can't for my life tell you what the word ice cream is in Russian. Это верно. Вы не понимаете слово мороженое. When I said, I don't speak Russian. Yeah, that's right. My CFO said, well, you spent a majority of the night after cha-cha speaking Russian. Я не понимаю. The best part about this story is, when I get to my hotel room in Bucharest, I open my suitcase. I have got all kind of in there that I did not pack. A Georgian hat, wine horns. This traditionally is how they drink wine. Some kind of random tchotchke that's spelled completely incorrect. And the best part, a Georgian knife, which was in my carry-on. Yeah, now I'm carrying knives on planes post 9/11. Smart. So I'm a little embarrassed, but kind of proud of myself at the same time for being able to remember Russian from, we'll just say, a lot of years ago. Oh, that's nice and all, but can we please talk about the damn recipe? So why don't we go ahead and start this national dish of the Republic of Georgia. So there's 4 basic steps in this recipe. You make the dough, you make the filling, you add the egg, and you add the garnish. So let's start with the dough. Now for the dough, there are 50 different ingredients. Water, yeast, salt, flour, and Sally. Sally is my sourdough starter. Oh, Sally that gal, she stink bad so. Of these 50 different ingredients, we're going to start off by measuring out 75 grams of Sally. In addition to this, we have 450 grams of flour, which is equivalent to 3 cups plus 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of yeast, 8 grams of salt, 1 1/3 cup of hot water. We're gonna dump the yeast into the sourdough starter, and into the starter, we're going to pour in our hot water. Let this sit for 10 to 15 minutes just so that it activates. And all I did hear from Nalini, she a real maku. She did tell me that Sally, she does have a yeast infection. That's why she stinks so. 10 minutes has passed, and we're just going to pour that into our flour, and we are going to start to mix it. Just to make a rough dough. And once we have a shaggy mix, I'm going to go ahead and dump the salt in, and I will start using my hand to create a dough. Now once it all comes together, I'm going to use a bench scraper and just start combining all of this in here. Spin my dough board and I'm going to start to knead. Now if you notice that your dough is starting to get sticky, take some of your bench flour that you have and just kind of sprinkle it over. And you're going to want to knead this until you have a soft dough that is not sticky. So once you have a nice soft dough that bounces back when you press on it, you want to go ahead and cover this in a bowl and let it sit for at least 1 hour. For the filling, I'm going to use a mixed variety of cheeses that equates to about 3 2/3 cup. 1 cup of Sulguni, 1 cup of Smoked Sulguni, and 1/3 cup of Imeruli, 1 cup of Mozzarella, and 1/3 cup of Feta, which I bought from the store. Now feel free to use whatever cheese you want in this. 2 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 eggs, and salt and pepper to taste. Now a little note about the salt, you want to be sure that you take into mind how salty your cheese is. Now we can see that the dough has risen. Now the dough is very soft, you can see it's very stretchable. So now we want to weigh the dough and divide this into 4 pieces. And then we're just going to let these rest for 15 to 30 minutes. So we have let our dough rest. Now we want to roll them out. The flour on our surface here. Once we have shaped and formed all of our khachapuri, we are going to take, now this is optional, I've taken 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of cream, and I'm just going to brush. So once we have formed, shaped, and all that fun stuff with our khachapuri, we're going to put them in a 500-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. We're also going to need an egg for each of the khachapuris. For this recipe, that's 4 additional eggs. Then after 10 minutes, we're gonna make a little hole in the cheese and we're gonna dump an egg in and cook for 3 more minutes. The next thing we do to serve this is we put a little dollop of butter on there, sprinkle with some parsley. Fun fact, on February 27th, besides celebrating my birthday, we get to celebrate Khachapuri Day because the Gastronomic Association of Georgia deemed the 27th of February as National Khachapuri Day, and I say it's National Myke Day. So, it's National Myke's Khachapuri Day. So many types of khachapuri: Imeruli Cheese, Ancharuli Khachapuri, Imeruli Khachapuri, Osuri Khachapuri, just to name a few. It takes me back to Georgia. The second time when I can remember it. For all you selfish people that does not know how to put on a damn mask, I tell ya. One upon your ear, other upon your ear, cover your stink breath. Don't let all your nasty, dirty virus out. Don't let all that nasty, dirty virus come upon your nose hole, in your mouth hole. Just for this I did write a song for ya. You can bring it in a bottle, you can bring it in a glass. But if you're bringing cha-cha, boy, you can kiss me.
You're a real big talker now. You're a real big talker.
Cover your mouth.